so we've been asked by the builder to come along and do an assessment. They had a flood next door, the water has come across onto this side. So what we're actually using is the HF350 sensor to measure the amount of moisture inside the concrete. Now, there's several different sensors. This particular sensor does about 5 centimeters in depth. This one does about 8 to 11, and then we go further on. So we're measuring the moisture at the top surface level down to about 3 to 4 centimeters, and then further down and further down and further down. If there was moisture in the concrete, it would start out top, and that's what you remove, but how far down has it gone, okay? And there are certain standards to which is considered dry, okay? So I've done my first assessment, and I'm getting readings of about 4.1, and now I'm doing the second depth, and I'm getting readings of about 2, which suggests to me that from the second level down, it's fine, the concrete level is fine, okay? So I'll just show you what I mean on the actual meter itself, okay? So you actually have to turn it on. You plug in your meter and you can see the number there. What actually has to happen is you select the material. So I'm just going to go down to concrete, which is 20 to 25. This is residential density, okay? So when I put down the sensor, all right, there's 2.8, okay? 2.8 is fairly consistent. 2.7, 2.9, 2.9, 2.6, and close to word, 2.9, 2.8, okay? So, to be considered dry, it's to be considered under 2. So it's right on the borderline of being considered dry. Now, from a mold perspective, when you get the relative humidity above 55% and you've got dust and oxygen, mold can form. As you can see down here, we're definitely going to have dust, all right? And that's mold's food source. So what the builder is concerned about is there being enough moisture in the concrete to create enough the humidity level high and for mold to begin. And they're just making sure that that's all fine. So what we use is very sophisticated equipment to give the builder what he needs to know, whether you need to continue drying before you lay down the flooring or carpeting, suck that moisture out, and then you find to continue on. So if you're using a remediator, make sure they know how to use the equipment and have got good equipment.